squash.
And you're already standing in the perfect spot. So
oh, I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wonderful.
look at me go.
Today on the Edgy Veg, I'm going to show you how to make a butternut squash mac and cheese. All right, recently on Instagram, I asked you guys what recipes you wanted to see for the fall, and an overwhelming amount of you asked for butternut squash mac and cheese. So that's what I threw together today. I gently placed it in a pot and lovingly, with care, made you a recipe. I didn't just throw it together. So this is great as like a Thanksgiving side dish or a holiday side dish, or just to eat on a blistery, blustery day. With Winnie the Pooh, apparently. Winnie the Pooh's windy, blistery, blustery day. Let's get into the recipe, because that's really the reason why you're here, not for me to fail at stand-up comedy. First thing we are going to do is heat up some water and cook our pasta. So bring a salted pot of water to a boil, heat your pasta according to the instructions on the box, and then set that aside. Well, drain it in a colander and then set it aside. And while that's happening, we're going to make our delicious butternut squash mac and cheese sauce. I mean, really, it's just butternut squash pasta sauce, but we're gonna call it mac and cheese because we can, because we're vegan and we pretend things like carrots and potatoes are cheese sauce. Making fun at my own expense. Okay, take out your blender and add 2 cups of roasted butternut squash. If you don't know how to roast the butternut squash, it's really easy. It's in the description box below. We didn't film that, so I can't really talk about it. It's in the recipe in the description box below, so you can just click on that. And you're welcome. To that, we are going to add half a cup of soy milk, unsweetened, of course. We don't need any sugar in our sauce. The butternut squash is sweet enough. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of tapioca starch. If you don't have tapioca starch, you can use cornstarch instead, as well as a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. This will give it that delicious cheesy flavor. For our spices, we are going to be using half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of paprika. Now add 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now turn on your blender and blend until smooth. Depending on the type of blender that you have, you might have to add an extra 1/4 cup of milk to help it along. Just keep adding a little bit of milk here and there if it needs the help. Sometimes we all just need a holding hand in our life. A little help along the way. Chim, chimney, chim, chim, chiroo. That's too many children's movies to reference for one day. Once you've blended that smooth, you can give it a taste. I like to add 1 teaspoon of salt. If you are watching your salt intake, you can just taste and salt along the way. This is your recipe. This is your world. You can do what you want with your pumpkin mac and cheese. It's butternut squash. You can do what you want with your butternut squash mac and cheese. I'm not here to judge you. If you do want this a little bit spicy, you can also add a little pinch of cayenne pepper. I do this sometimes. If it's just for me, I like it spicy, so I'll add a little bit more. But if I'm making it for a group, not everyone likes spice, so it's completely optional. Now transfer your sauce to a small saucepan and heat that. And that's the end of the sentence. Heat it up on medium-low until it's heated through. Once that's heated, you can add that to your noodles, give it a good stir to coat the noodles completely, and add a 1/4 cup of vegan parm if you have access to it. This again is completely optional, it's up to you, or any other vegan cheese of your choosing. All right, there's your mac and cheese. I like to serve this topped with chili flakes and some parsley, as well as some additional vegan cheese, but really the toppings are up to you. Also, a little bit of hot sauce is delicious on this as well. You can even go wild and add some fresh herbs if you want. Those nice fall herbs like sage, for example, or additional thyme. That would be really tasty. All right, guys, there you have it. A delicious pumpkin pasta recipe, or a pumpkin mac. Nope, it's butternut squash. For the love of God, how do I not know what we're making today? All right, guys, there you have it. A delicious butternut squash mac and cheese, or a butternut squash pasta. Call it whatever you want. I don't care. It's delicious. Just make it. All right, let's give this guy a taste test. It's so rich and earthy. I love fall because of all the fall food. I think in terms of food seasons, sure, it's definitely my favorite. Plus, sweater weather and layers and jackets and boots If you like this recipe, make sure to give it a big, huge thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, also the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new vegan recipes coming to your inbox every single week. And let me know in the comment section below what recipes you want to see for fall next week. And speaking of fall recipes, there's a really delicious normal mac and cheese recipe in my cookbook, as well as other yummy, warming fall recipes. So if you haven't picked this guy up, you should definitely go to the internet and order it. Mine's falling apart because I use it so often. The pages are literally falling out of it. Your copy won't run into that problem because you're probably not as clumsy as I am and you haven't accidentally ripped pages out. But yeah, go buy it. I think you'll really like it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.